I'm Lacie Lowry. Right now on News 9 at 6, the Oklahoma suspect who admitted to a foiled Election Day terror plot in the name of ISIS is now found incompetent. Coming up, what this means moving forward. Plus this.
Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She's funny, and spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure.
Oh, this morning you'll hear more of this emotional plea for a mother's return. Where is Lacie Guthrie? She's the mother of today's show host, Savannah Guthrie. I'm Robin Marsh. The latest in the woman's disappearance and this week-long search to try to find her coming up.
I'm Colby Thelen. The state auditor says that Oklahomans could soon foot the bill for this nearly $270 million bill for SNAP benefits. What she says needs to change, it's coming up.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good Thursday morning, almost to the end of the work week. Not quite, but we're getting there, and it's looking like it's going to be a great weekend.
Oh, man, we're excited about the weekend. Our news trackers are already out and about. Megan's watching the roads for us as we say good morning, everyone. Watching the weather, trying to get to Friday.
There you go, looking for some spring temperatures. I think Lacey found them. Let's check in with her in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Lace?
Spring temperatures are going to become the norm, guys, for several days. In fact, over the next 9 days, there's no big Arctic blast showing up. Bit of a cool down by the end of next week. We've got some amazing weather in the forecast. If we can go to Links 5, there you go. That's where we've got the graphics. High pressure overhead down in Dallas, and that right now is causing light winds over Oklahoma. When high pressure is overhead, your winds go calm, skies go clear, and we've dropped all the way down into the low 20s. Now, with low 20s around, there's a chance for some fog as well. We've had some pretty thick fog earlier this morning. That was up near Ponca City. Most of that has mixed out. Some light fog down near Bethel in far southeast Oklahoma. As we have chances for fog continuing over the next really few hours, isolated patches of freezing fog or black ice on elevated surfaces are possible. Not seeing a big problem with that anywhere in the state. And we'll let you know if we start to go that way. We want you to be safe on your morning drive. Most of us are in the 20s as you head out, and some may have some pretty thick frost on the windshield. Down to 21 in Ponca, 29 in Enid, 28 in Clinton, 32 in Ada. Some are above freezing, and our winds, they are fairly light. Wind chill, not a major factor because the winds are so calm. And as we go through the day today, temperatures will rebound from the 30s into the mid-upper 60s with sunny skies. Now, coming up in full weather, we have a lot to get to. We'll talk about the fog and when it erodes away. Spring-like temperatures for days until we have rain and thunderstorm chances on the end of your 9-day. It's coming up.
2 crashes happened overnight on metro interstates. We went to both of them. The first happened right before midnight. This was on I-35 near Northeast 10th Street. It backed up traffic for a while. Our crews saw at least one person being loaded into an ambulance. We are asking for more details. We'll keep you posted as soon as we learn those. And the second crash happened at around 2 this morning. This was on I-240, very close to I-35. Right now, we're working to learn more details, who was involved, how many people were injured. When we get more, we'll bring it to you.
Well, a stunning turn of events in a high-profile terrorism case right here in Oklahoma City. The man behind a foiled Election Day terror plot in Oklahoma City is now found mentally incompetent. The court's decision means that sentencing cannot move forward unless the man regains competency. Nasir Tahedi had pled guilty to planning a 2024 Election Day attack here in Oklahoma on behalf of ISIS. The FBI says the Oklahoma man and his brother-in-law, Abdullah Zada, both from Afghanistan, living here, purchased rifles and ammunition with plans to target a large Election Day crowd. Zada is serving a 15-year sentence. A federal judge ordered continued treatment and an evaluation for Tahedi. We'll keep you posted. Our Lisa Monahan has more on this coming up at 6:45 this morning. Other headlines, one person is in custody after police say a shooting in Guthrie turns into a police chase that ends in Oklahoma City. Here's how it played out yesterday afternoon. Police say Michael Adreniran shot the victim in her car after the two reportedly got into an argument. As the woman drove away, officers say the man chased her and kept shooting. The woman was found in an alleyway. She was then rushed to the hospital. She is expected to recover. Meanwhile, the suspect was arrested near I-35 and Memorial Road. He's been booked into the Oklahoma County Jail for shooting with intent to kill and stalking.
6:05 your time right now. Let's get a check of your morning drive. Here's meteorologist Megan Gold. Megan, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Colby. Some good news for us. So many folks will be spending time outdoors here in the coming days with the amazing weather. And we now have 6 o'clock sunsets. So sunsets just keep getting later and later. We haven't made quite as much progress with our sunrise, about 15 minutes earlier than it was at the first of the year. But our sunset was at 5:28 on January 1st, and now it's at 6:02. So enjoy those later sunsets. Of course, we're watching for the fog to be an issue this morning, as Lacey's mentioned. Not seeing any big issues out on the roadways right now. Maybe a little haze. You'll notice that from time to time. I-35 in Robinson, for those of you that commute down from Norman, looking good there. Off to the north. I-40 in Air Depot out by Tinker. Smooth sailing if you're traveling I-40 this morning. And then, of course, our shot of the Broadway extension looking off to the north. That looks good as well. So your drive times into Oklahoma City from all directions are good to go. Just be safe as you hit those roadways, guys. Back over to you.
Megan, thanks. The state auditor says a crisis is facing the SNAP program here in Oklahoma, and taxpayers may have to pay the $269 million tab for it. Auditor Cindy Bird says the state is at risk of losing federal funding for the SNAP program. According to a new government spending bill, if states are over 6% on payment error rates regarding SNAP, the federal government will slash funding significantly. Her office reports Oklahoma is sitting at 10.5%.
Oklahoma taxpayers are staring down the barrel of spending money we do not have, which could result in consequences we do not want.
She says the state needs to act quickly to avoid losing funding. Right now, more than 500,000 Oklahomans get SNAP benefits.
Early voting begins today ahead of Election Day next Tuesday, February 10th. Some big ticket items are on the ballot, including multi-million-dollar school bonds. News 9's Brianna Brown is live this morning with what voters need to know. Brianna?
Good morning, Lacey. Yes, we're here at the Oklahoma County Election Board, which is where registered Oklahoma County voters will be able to cast their ballots this morning starting at 8 a.m. for early voting. Now, this will be today and tomorrow. So let's go ahead and take a look at what some voters will see on ballots today. Now, starting with Deer Creek Public Schools, this is for their Building Together Tomorrow bond with a $153.48 million price tag. Now, this would go towards the construction of a new high school building, expansion to performing arts, and an indoor multi-purpose field, a warehouse and maintenance bay, along with playground enhancements. Now, the district says that new bonds will be sold as current bonds are paid off, which means taxpayers will not see a tax increase if this bond passes. Now, Edmond Public Schools has two propositions on ballots for this election. That Proposition 1 is just over $136 million, and that would continue the construction of Post Oak Elementary, Horizon Middle School, along with the completion of a new freshman academy at Edmond Santa Fe. Now, this bond would also go towards security and technology improvements at all campuses. Now, that second proposition is just over $3 million. That's for a transportation bond, and that's for the purchase of new school and activity buses. Now, the district says that if these bonds pass, it's not planned to raise tax rates for homeowners in the district. And voters in Oklahoma City and Midwest City will have the chance to cast their vote on who will be the next mayor for those cities. And then you also, if you want to know where your precinct location is, you can go to the OK Voter portal. That's where you'll be able to find your polling location for early voting. You want to stick with News 9. We'll have coverage all morning here at the Oklahoma County Election Board. Brianna Brown with Oklahoma's own News 9.
Brianna, thank you. Polls will be open today from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Again tomorrow, the same time. And then we will have live coverage next Tuesday, Election Day, right here on News 9.
All right, it's almost 10 minutes after 6 a.m. on a Thursday. We're already eyeing the weekend. Lacey, before you go, how are we looking?
Well, very cold right now, but as we get into the weekend, we'll be above freezing for our morning lows. Highs will be in the 60s, 70s, maybe even some 80s. Yeah, a lot warmer than where we are. It's cold as you head out this morning. There are a lot of low 20s across the region, right around freezing in many areas. We'll warm today with sunshine into the mid-upper 60s. Yeah, light winds for now. We'll get a north wind into the afternoon, and from there, these are your highs, Oklahoma. Dipping down at the end of next week, and we'll introduce rain chances. We'll have your full 9-day coming up.
Well, the Oklahoma Department of Corrections says it will now sell tobacco products to inmates. We take a look at the reasoning behind it and why a 20-year law is changing next.
You know, it's a marathon, and you've trained for it, and it's here, and you're going to finish it. You're going to finish it, you know, with everything you have. So I never did get tired.
It was by like Sunday afternoon when it was like, oh, okay, body starts shutting down.
Yeah.
But even then, I think we can live on naps. I can power nap for sure.
Yeah.
Boy, we're still talking about what happened more than a week ago, the Snowmageddon, and the process of getting a team of trackers and forecasters. Lacey, your podcast with you and David is dropping later today, and you guys really kind of just are very vulnerable about the process of what it takes. I mean, it's like you dig in deep on days like that, right?
It takes a whole team. It takes so many people that you don't even get to see, and you don't even know what's going on. We got a lot of questions. You know, do you guys have cots in the studio? What are you
That's
doing
a big
behind the
question.
scenes?
Like you're putting out numbers, and they're like, yeah, but how much sleep did you get?
Exactly.
You gotta answer
That's the number
everything.
we
Saw
want.
you at 11 o'clock last night, literally 11 o'clock, and at 5 a.m. we're all here. And what all does it take to coordinate that? And we go through all that. We also talk about the forecast because it was a historic winter storm for Oklahoma, and kind of break down what performed really well and what didn't, and the recap of it, because it was a major deal for Oklahoma. Still snow on the ground from that 2 weeks later.
The whole conversation is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's very vulnerable. Love to hear it. Can't wait. That's today at what time? 3 o'clock.
I
right?
didn't realize we were vulnerable, but I like putting that in there.
Vulnerable?
I felt like I was just talking about my job.
said some stuff that you shouldn't have.
Not vulnerable, but you know, you're open.
You better hear it, right?
Listen, we pour out our heart. David cries at some point. Yeah, there's a lot of vulnerability there.
Well, the pendulum certainly has swung from that storm to this weekend,
right?
really.
What is
It's
going
crazy.
on?
2 weeks before that, we were tracking tornadoes, then the winter storm, now back to spring-like temps. Some 70s, some 80s
I'm
on the
glad that's
way.
all behind us, Lacey.
I know. The kiddos going to school again, back into that swing of things because of how warm we've been. Everything has been melting, and if you're making big plans for your weekend, you're gonna love the forecast. I might cry in this. I haven't decided yet.
It's just beautiful.
It's so amazing. Saturday was brutal. 12 degrees. That was with the winter storm. 13 on Sunday, 24 on Saturday, 49 Sunday, and then 60s and 70s is where we're headed. It's going to be completely different, feeling like a whole different season for the upcoming weekend. So what does that mean for your kiddos and your bus stoppers as you're getting ready today? You want the coat. We've got 20s as you're heading out. Some 50s midday, which, hey, that's our average high. Then we'll see sunshine and upper 60s as we head into your afternoon. Some 70s on the way. That's where we're headed. Right now, I want to show you the national temperatures because there's Arctic air still going on. Still quite a bit of snow, even some ice as you get along the Great Lakes states, the Midwest, up to the north. 28 degrees in Oklahoma City. The Arctic air, this is our coldest morning of the next 9 by far. It is moving on out, and it doesn't show back up over the next 9 days. We're still watching kind of the second, third week of February. We'll see, but look at the snow over the Great Lakes right now. Not making it down to Oklahoma, but a bit of a wind shift with that storm system. We'll call it a weak cold front that moves in, but today's much warmer than the previous days. Still a little fog, too, as you're heading out. We've had some light fog in the metro, some light fog in southeast Oklahoma, from Lamont to Blackwell to Bremen. Visibility of down to about a mile. At times, this has dipped down to less than a quarter of a mile in north central Oklahoma, and you'll notice just fine haze across the Oklahoma City metro. Still the chance that we get a couple of slick spots up to the north. Watch the bridges. If you're driving into an area, it's low-lying, and you have thick fog, that could create some patchy black ice. But I'm telling you, we're not seeing any big problems with ice this morning. Most of us, as far as your travel goes and your roads look, weather is good. Megan will have your full traffic update in just a minute. That's our Lucky Star Skycam Network. Beautiful look at the Capitol. 28 now at Will Rogers. Not much of a wind chill because the winds are so light. And look at the temperature difference. Chickasha, you're at 23. You go to the north, 20, 30 miles. It's 31 in Minco, 33 in Jones versus 28 in Chandler. Low-lying areas near Bristow and Stillwater, low 20s there as well, so very chilly. 35 above freezing in Woodward and Lawton's at 44, so big difference depending on what your winds are doing. Calm winds, colder temperatures, stronger winds, your temperatures don't drop that much. So your hour by hour forecast today, you have big plans, hey, get outside. It's been kind of cooped up the last couple of days, 51, 11, and then mid upper 60s are headed our way. Now the winds will get a little gusty for a while early afternoon, might have a couple gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour, and then we will start to see things rebound nicely. So some 60s and some 70s are on the way statewide. It's looking really good with sunshine. We'll go from the little cloud cover, a little fog this morning, to then warming on up. Megan, it's doing it again. I think it's this graphic. I figured it out.
There we go.
This is where my whole system goes awry. Megan's my hero, though. She's going to click through it for me. If it
doesn't like me
Is it locked
either.
up
That's
completely?
No, hang on. Don't touch anything.
We have faith.
Maybe.
Okay, I can tell you we'll have sunshine, warming temperatures today. As we go through the next few days, we're getting even warmer, 60s, 70s on the way. Links 1, Megan says.
And I'll just show you.
Okay. She's going to get us something fantastic, control room, whipped up.
Where are we at? Highs today?
Yeah, if you want to do highs today and then just the 9-day, that'll be good. There we go. Thank you so much. 60s, 70s, a gusty north wind, sunshine galore. It looks good. And then tonight, 30s and 40s. So we're in the low 20s this morning. It'll be much warmer overnight tonight. And by the time we get to your Friday, we'll see 60s, mid 70s. There may be a couple of areas down along the Red River that break the 80-degree mark. So warming on up. Our next storm system arrives around Tuesday night of next week. Some showers around, maybe some thunderstorms in the southeast. And the next chance of rain is with storm number 2. That arrives towards the end of next week, and that may also bring some thunderstorms and maybe some snow in the panhandle and in the far northwest. So the warming trend, it continues. Spring-like, April-like temperatures through Monday. Slight chance of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday, and look at the rain, 40% by next Friday. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
No tears shed over that, Lacey. Thank you. And here's a reminder, we are streaming live right now on YouTube. You can get the QR code right here that takes you to the page. Subscribe, join in the chat, ask some questions, leave some comments. We'll get to them throughout the morning.
Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She's funny, and spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure.
Just a heartbreaking story. That is Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie posting an emotional video to Instagram as the search for her elderly mother stretches into a 5th day now. Authorities believe she was taken from her Tucson home against her will, abducted late Saturday night. They say they will explore any and all leads. President Donald Trump personally calling and speaking to Savannah Guthrie about her mother, and he is now calling for officers to assist in the search. He posted this on social media saying the prayers of our nation are with her and her family. God bless and protect Nancy.
All right, we'll switch gears. 6:20 here on our Thursday morning. We've got to see how the morning drive is doing. Sun trying to come up at some point this morning. Megan, how are we looking out there on the roads?
We're still looking good. No accidents to report to you. And we have the best crews that are out on the roadways for you this morning. This is near the Belle Isle Bridge from our Joey Mitchell. He's monitoring traffic there, and traffic still continuing to kind of pick up as the morning goes along. Several more shots to show you here in just a second. But if you have not got the car wash after our big winter storm, all the grime from the roadways still on your car, I would tell you, go ahead and get that done. Here we go. Today, tomorrow, into your Saturday, the big weekend, a green light. Go for it. And that's really fancy there with those shots there on the left-hand corner of your screen. Here is the Broadway extension, still looking great there. Those of you that travel I-40, looking off to the west from May, and then the commute down from the south side, I-35 at 89th Street, looking off to the north. Good to go there as well. So continuing to monitor visibility. You may notice a little bit of the haze out the door this morning, but there is no dense fog that is going to cause you any issues. Drive time still looking great as you're headed into OKC from all directions. We're going to take a quick break and we will be right back. Stick with us.
All right, 6:25, time for the outdoor forecast. Lacey, what do you have for us today?
Okay, some of the cutest pictures have come in of just the livestock, not necessarily wildlife, over the last couple of weeks with the cold air, and I thought this was so stinking cute. I believe this is a goat in a coat.
Oh my gosh.
And
A goat in a coat?
Are you kidding me? Like, that's not a sheep, correct? I believe that's a goat. But
That's a goat in a coat.
That's adorable.
I know.
And that's the goat of coats.
Right? So Teresa's last name is Shepherd, too. I was just like, okay, everything about this. I have a possessed twin. hard. So many babies dropping when the air gets so stinking cold, and then it is a fight literally for the lives of the animals, and our farmers and ranchers are so amazing, and I just thought that was the cutest thing I'd ever seen.
A goat in a coat.
Right?
Even if it's a lamb, we're saying a goat.
Even if it is, I don't care. It's a goat in a coat. So cute. All right, 20s and 30s as you're heading out this morning. We do have a little fog, some frost developing as well. We're back into the mid-upper 60s with sunny skies as we head through the day today. Now, I put the red bud on here, but red buds are not blooming yet, but it will not be long, folks. We're already starting to see some of the plants come up out of the ground. Some of the trees are budding out, and we have spring-like weather in the forecast. We'll talk about just how warm we get coming up.
A major update in the criminal case of a Metro man who pleaded guilty to plotting an Election Day terror attack in Oklahoma. Next, why the judge says, hold on, this man cannot be punished for the crime just yet. We'll explain next.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
Good morning. It is 6:30 on your Thursday morning, and we are taking a live look at the Capitol here on the Lucky Star Skycam network.
Great shot.
Yeah, legislative session nearing the end of its first full week, so a lot to talk about there. We're glad you're with us. We're also got a lot to talk about when it comes to the weather because, boy, what a change from just a week ago. This weekend expected to be much, much nicer.
Oh, yeah, looking forward to warmer temperatures. Still a little cold out there this morning, though.
Let's go over to Lacey Swope in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Hey, Lace.
Good morning, guys. We're 10 to 20 degrees colder right now than this time yesterday, depending on your location. So it's definitely a cold start, but man, after today, the Arctic air stays at bay. It's going to be really locked up to the north and no big outbreaks of Arctic air showing up over the next 9 days. So back up where it belongs along the North Pole where it's 20 to 30 to 40 degrees below zero. It's staying that way. A big ridge of high pressure is building and that helps shove the cold air farther to the north. And that means for Oklahoma, we have a warming trend on the way. Got to get going this morning though. Grab the extra hot cup of coffee. You want the extra layer as well. We're in the low 20s in many areas, and we've had some fog. It's been very light and patchy. Right now, nothing too incredibly dense. That could still cause a problem or two as we head through the next couple of hours. We'll watch north central Oklahoma for the possibility of some of the thickest fog. But in the metro, the bigger story is just the cold temps, and cold enough, lower mid-20s, that we could have some pretty thick frost on your windshield. 22 in Stillwater, 28 in Clinton. It's 26 in Hobart, and we've got a bit of a southwest breeze. Now, the winds are picking up a little bit. That's why we don't have really any thick fog showing up, and the wind chill is into the low 20s. As we go through the day today, a really nice warming trend. We'll go from the 20s to the 40s, eventually into the mid-upper 60s. After that, guys, 70s, widespread. Few areas might hit 80 degrees. We'll talk about your weekend forecast and that next rain chance that's coming up.
A person is hit by a semi in southwest Oklahoma City. It happened around 10:30 yesterday morning on I-44 close to Southwest 149th Street. We're told the victim was taken to the hospital. We do not know their condition this morning. Oklahoma City police are actively investigating that crash. A Perry police officer is arrested for child abuse, accused of picking up his girlfriend's child and throwing the child to the ground. Court records show Officer Christopher McNabb also spanked Kayla Renfro's children multiple times. Renfro also arrested for enabling child abuse. McNabb is currently on administrative leave from the department.
Well, big story here. Oklahoma prisons, we've learned, will now be the first in the country to let inmates buy nicotine vapes and pouches while behind bars. DOC says it confiscated more than 1,600 pounds of contraband tobacco products just last year. So really kind of a change of heart. DOC now will lift the nicotine ban that was put in place 20 years ago. They're doing so to curb the violence and decrease contraband coming into jails.
Those drops equal indebtedness, they equal violence, and those are an avenue for other contraband to get into our prison system.
We'll be watching if this curbs violence. Again, DOC says Oklahoma will be the first prison system in the country to offer tobacco to prison inmates.
6:33 your time right now. Let's get a check of that morning drive. Meteorologist Megan Gold with the latest. Hey, Megan.
Hey, good morning, guys. Monitoring those skies as we're starting to break some daylight. And for those of you just now joining us, I mentioned this earlier. Our sunrise at 7:26 and our sunset is now in the 6 o'clock hour. When you compare that to the first of the year, we have made big progress more than 30 minutes later. And here on the left-hand side of your screen, those are our crews out on the roadways. Joey, Lex, and Steven monitoring those roadways for you. And here's the view from our Christensen cam as we're starting to see those Oklahoma skies light up. From our Norman regional camera, kind of hard to see, but starting to see some daylight there as well. Here is the Dallas Junction where I-35 and I-40 kind of intersect, getting busy there along with the Broadway extension. And all across the metro right now, we're doing just fine. That construction zone down to the south of I-240, a little slow going there. Otherwise, smooth sailing. Just be safe as you get going here on your Thursday. Back to you.
Megan, thanks. Back in the news now. Happening right now, 2 House bills are moving through the state legislature that would prohibit foreign adversaries from purchasing Oklahoma land. Talking about these bills now as the legislature convened on Monday. We're keeping up with the latest. One of those bills aims to give the Attorney General the ability to prosecute foreign adversaries trying to purchase Oklahoma land. The other protects Oklahoma's oil and gas supply from outside entities.
Once we get this done, we'll just be able to close up the loopholes and be able to have a solid protection against those type of foreign adversaries coming in and owning land.
So the bills passed unanimously with bipartisan support. They'll now go to the full House.
It's going to be here on the fall, okay?
Watch closely. More police showing video of their officers rescuing a woman. Watch this. There's the crash. It was a bad rollover. There goes the SUV. It happened Monday morning near Southeast 4th and Broadway. Officers and Good Samaritans rush over. The officer helps the woman unbuckle her seatbelt and crawl out of the vehicle. She is not hurt. Everybody's okay. And it's just crazy to see these officers in action. Again, there's the crash itself. Causes the car to roll over, and then people rush in to help this woman.
I moved into my house about a week and a half ago. I have a mattress. I have one towel that I took from here so that I can shower there. And I went by and bought a case of water, and I have a TV that's on the floor. And so, that's all that I have in my house right now.
Hey, just back to the basics. That's the new Oklahoma State football coach, Eric Morris. He says, yeah, he's settling into his new digs in Stillwater. Yeah, he's got a TV, a towel, and a game plan, right? Yeah. He had his news conference yesterday. He has sat down also with our John Holcomb, talking about what he's focusing on, trying to get to know all the new OSU players. Outside of football, there is a lot of expectations for him to come in and change things around, and I like it. He's like, hey, this isn't that big of a deal. I've got a mattress, right?
Yeah, everything a guy needs.
Hey, we sat down with the new coach for a one-on-one. You can catch the interview this Sunday night right here on The Blitz on News 9.
I think it's hilarious. We were like, how is that all he has? And then Colby, the guy, goes, it's all you need.
That's all you need. Right? Yeah.
But I will say, towels aren't that expensive, brother. You don't have to take one from the locker room.
Well, I thought it was funny because he kind of let in and he said, I don't have that much to go home to. And I was like, your family? His family hasn't moved.
That's right. Yeah, they're
yet. So he's literally got just the bare minimums right
Welcome to Oklahoma, Coach.
What a better way to focus, right, Lacey? Boy, it's all football.
Are you saying we're distractions? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm just saying that he has nothing to do except focus on football. I guess he's got a TV, but,
right.
Go over game plans.
Yes, absolutely.
Watching News 9.
And watch News 9. there you go. Hey, we're happy to have you, that's for sure. And this morning, it is cold. Skies are clear, winds are light. We've had some fog settle in a few locations. We have a nice warming trend. That Arctic air that's been locked in is eroding away quickly. Today's our coldest morning of the next 9, and highs, yeah, they're about to climb back up into the lower mid-70s, feeling more like April. We'll talk about what to expect with next week's cold front and rain chances coming up.
Well, here at News 9, we like to recognize those who are making an impact in the classroom.
Well, this morning we are recognizing Walea Loop. There is her picture. She is a literature teacher at the Catholic School of St. Eugene. The person who nominated her says she mentors and teaches her students by getting them out of the classroom and taking them on field trips. Sounds like a fun teacher.
Thank you, Mrs. Loop. Do you know a teacher making an impact in the classroom? Nominate them today. Just go to news9.com/teacher. Back after this.
All right, welcome back.
41.
Are you ready for the weekend?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
You gotta have Thursday though to get to Friday. So a lot of people are like Thursday. Come on,
Right?
It leads into the weekend.
It absolutely does.
Yeah, it's a chilly start to your Thursday morning, but it's going to be pretty nice today, right, Lacey?
It's going to be very nice.
Yeah.
Upper 60s on the way. There'll be some 70s in the state.
Nice.
Again, I know there's a north wind too, and then as we go through the next few days, lower mid 70s. It looks awesome.
Awesome.
Feels like
Finally,
April
and it's time
almost.
with the weekend. The weekends have been so cold. They've been indoor days, and now the weekend is going to be some of our nicest weather.
It's kind of crazy though. There's still some snow
There
out
is.
there
Yes.
that hasn't melted yet.
There's still patches of snow, and we now officially we're 2 weeks
Past
since
it
that
all.
event. Is that not crazy?
Wow.
What a winter storm.
Don't remind
it
me.
was.
It's like
I
a
know.
bad memory.
Right? So we talk all about the winter storm in our podcast that drops today at 3 o'clock, our News 9 weather YouTube page. It'll be there. David and I talking about that. Yesterday, it was all about our spring forecast and talking about all the safety that our storm trackers need to know, all of our latest technology. This is video of cookies.
I love it.
Which kind of just stole the show. That the bakery in Edmond, Frosted Bakery.
Bakery.
Is that not amazing? Yes, so talented. So they did portraits of virtually every single storm tracker, their chase partner, everyone on the weather team, which is the largest weather team in the nation, and especially when you combine with our sister station in Tulsa. So this is all of our storm trackers, everybody that was there talking about what we've got going on, going through all the details of what it takes to chase at News 9, and what an elite group of folks. I'm telling you, I'm always so honored to even be a small portion of this team. Now, the reason why this team is so vital is because of this graphic. Let me show you across the country the past 20 years, okay, on average, when you look at the hot spot for where we've had the most active weather, it's Oklahoma, okay? And listing out the counties where you've had the most severe watches, whether it be a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch, it's all Oklahoma counties in the top 10, okay? It has been wild. By the way, if you're wondering, the most active county on average has been Carter County, Oklahoma, okay, down to the south. But it's very, very much a hotbed. Oklahoma is for severe weather. The way that our geography is located, the topography with the mountains to the west, our proximity to the Gulf, talking about all what's going on with the moisture plume that comes up. We get active weather in Oklahoma, and it takes a huge team to cover it. Now, we're still kind of in what's usually some of our quieter severe weather months, but as you know, we had 5 tornadoes last month. We averaged just under 1 in February, 3 in March, 12 in April. It's usually March, April, May, and June that are our most active months, and then it kind of goes back to be more quiet, but we can and do get severe weather all 12 months of the year. Now, there's no big outbreaks showing up over the next 9 days, but we might introduce some thunderstorms next week. I'll show you. We're warming things up. Right now, high pressure's in control. Winds have been light to calm. We had some pretty thick fog overnight. Most of that is mixing out. Still some light haze here and there, but not impacting visibility. Currently, there's a live view of the Capitol from our Regency Cam, part of our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. We're down at 28. It's 26 in Kingfisher, 23 in Stillwater. Chandler is at 27 versus 23 in Bristow. So definitely cold this morning. A frosty start, and winds, they're picking up. And as they pick up out of the southwest, what that will do is help mix out any of the fog that is left over. And eventually we get a northwest wind in here with a weak wind shift, sunshine, and we're expecting mid-upper 60s as we head into the afternoon. Look at the 70s going on in the southwest. 74 in Altus, 70 in Alva. Now, our average high is 52. We're above that as we head into tomorrow, Saturday. Saturday's a little bit cooler. You get a weakness on the ridge there, kind of a little bit of a trough trying to set up. That does cool temperatures slightly Saturday, still upper 60s. And then 70s, lower mid 70s into Monday. What we'll watch for is this next storm system coming across. Right now, it looks to be taking too much of a southerly track to have much of an impact on Oklahoma. But I-40 south, slight chance of rain Tuesday into Tuesday night. The next storm system coming coming in Thursday, Friday, maybe even into Saturday of next week will give us a chance for thunderstorms, possibly a few strong to severe storms, and then maybe some snow on the backside. But that storm system is still, 8-9 days away. Then we're back into a pretty quiet pattern into the weekend. We'll see how that one shakes out. Timing of that one will still change some, but tonight's a quiet night, a dry night, 30s and 40s, much warmer than where we are this morning. 60s and 70s on the way for your Friday. Don't be too surprised if somewhere down along the Red River we hit 80 degrees tomorrow. Saturday, not quite as warm, but still very nice. 60s, 70s, south breeze. Week boundary hits Sunday, brings us a slight chance for a couple of showers. More 60s and 70s on the way. And take a look at your 9-day forecast. Monday, forecasting 74 degrees. Cold front hits, it's weak. We're back into the 60s on Tuesday. Rain chances go up slightly. A stronger storm is at the end of next week. Guys, back to you.
Lacey, thanks so much. Boy, what a turn of events for a Metro man. It's a high-profile case we're watching. He's the Afghan national who admitted that he plotted to carry out a terrorist attack on Election Day in 2024. Well, now the new developments, he has been found mentally incompetent to be sentenced. Our Lisa Monahan joins us in studio. I know you've been going over the documents. Lisa, this is really kind of a bizarre turn of events.
Yeah, Robin, Nasir Tawedi is undergoing further mental evaluation this morning at the Federal Bureau of Prisons medical facility. The judge reached that decision within 10 minutes of his competency hearing. Now, Tawedi declined to comment in Oklahoma City federal court Wednesday, but admitted during his guilty plea last year he conspired with his 17-year-old brother-in-law, Abdullah Zada, to carry out a terrorist attack in the name of ISIS. Both expected to be martyrs and die in the Election Day attack, but the FBI foiled that plot when the two purchased AK-47 rifles and ammunition from undercover agents.
I'm grateful for the outstanding work of our local, state, and federal member agencies who are part of the FBI Oklahoma City Joint Terrorism Task Force and the entire FBI office here in Oklahoma. Their tireless efforts undoubtedly saved countless lives and defended our national election process.
Now, concerns about Tawedi's mental health surfaced almost immediately after he pleaded guilty last year. He went through a psychological evaluation. He was found to be mentally incompetent, but any of the details surrounding his current mental issues are under seal in federal court. Robin, all this means the judge cannot hand down his punishment until his competency is restored.
All right, I know you'll be watching the case for us, Lisa Monahan. Tawedi's brother-in-law also pleaded guilty. That man was sentenced to 15 years in a federal prison and will be removed from the United States after he serves his time.
A new hearing is set for a Stillwater teen who was convicted of raping 2 high school students. Jesse Butler was sentenced, though, as a youthful offender, avoiding a 78-year prison sentence. One of the victims filed a motion, though, claiming the ruling violated her constitutional rights under Marsh's law, often called the Victim's Bill of Rights. The state wants the motion to be dismissed, but a judge wants to hear the evidence. That hearing's set now for April 13th.
Metro school districts are adding some extra days or some extra minutes to their schedule to cover the snow days taken last week. In Norman, we know the district leaders will have students now come into the classroom on February 16th and April 17th. Initially, they were off those days. Also starting on February 16th, the district will add 2 minutes to each school day. In Mustang, we know Mustang High School is also adding 2 minutes to its school days. We have a full list of Metro District's plans at news9.com. All right, 6:49. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Gold. She's watching the roads for us. How's it looking, Megan?
It's looking good. Still no accidents out there this morning, which is exactly how we like it. And a gorgeous sunrise to start the day here from our Blanchard camera. Big good morning to all of you watching from Blanchard with those clear skies and, of course, light winds. We've been watching for some areas of fog, but we have not had any visibility issues here in the metro. From our Mathis home camera, you can see I-40 and that gorgeous skyline here on your Thursday. And here is Northwest Expressway, Lake Hefner Parkway. That looks good down to the Broadway extension. I-35 starting to see quite a bit of a backup there. No reports of a crash, but of course I'll let you know if that does change. And then down the construction area just south of I-240. This is I-44 at South 96 looking off to the north, and there are quite a few headlights there as the traffic starts to back up. So again, there's your I-35 slowdown and the backup in the lanes, the northbound lanes of I-44 just south of I-240. Back over to you guys.
Megan, thanks so much. All right, coming up on News 9, we know right now that Oklahomans are placing bets on this Sunday's Super Bowl in different states on the black market or the predictions market. But Oklahoma doesn't see a dime from sports betting. How some lawmakers now want to cash in on the gambling. It's next.
Coming up on News 9 at 9 a.m., we're taking the community spotlight to Hera, where elementary students are trying to get Valentines from all 50 states. Can you help? How close they are to their goal? Coming up at 9 a.m.
All right, we are streaming live on our YouTube live stream, and we love the chat, your comments, and love you just saying hi. In fact, some of you already chiming in. It says, guess what we get today?
Oh,
Great weather and Sooner softball. Yep, the season starts today.
OSU and OU start today for softball.
How exciting.
Love it.
Yeah, how about this one? Who's ready for tornado season? I know two
Sign me
people,
up.
Lacey and Megan. Come on. The 16th ranked BYU Cougars. Last night, the Cowboys won 99-92. It doesn't get easier for the Pokes, though, as this Saturday they played ¡1 ranked Arizona Wildcats.
There you go.
On the road.
And breaking news, we couldn't not address this.
Yes.
It is National Weather Person's Day today.
There's not a news anchor day.
Nice.
There's not a news anchor day, but that's okay. We'll lean into the Weather Person's Day because we love you guys so much.
Megan,
Lacey.
We can't do it without you girls.
I have just been all show wondering, waiting.
I know.
I didn't even know it was the day until I walked into the studio. But yes, always exciting day.
It was on our calendars, and we just love you guys so much.
We're celebrating. Yes.
Guess what? Breakfast on me this morning.
Okay. You're so
Okay.
ridiculous.
We get free breakfast.
Hey, listen, sunrise on your Thursday, clear skies. It is beautiful to celebrate all the meteorologists.
Happy Weather Person's Day.
Thank you.
Make it a great day.